Hello, you're listening to Got Clutter, Get Organized, the podcast that focuses on helping you create space to attract more money, love, and happiness in your life. And I am your host, Janet M. Taylor, and I want to say hello if you're a regular listener, and welcome if you're listening for the very first time. I hope you're having a great start to your week. And if you enjoy listening to this podcast, please leave a review on the platform you're listening on so I can continue bringing you episodes each and every week. Well, in this episode, I am joined by a fellow organizer, Dalys Macon of Divine Order, LLC, and she's going to share with us how to have a simplified style with an organized closet. And of course, I will be sharing my product suggestion, app suggestion, repurpose suggestion, and my book suggestion for this week. And my question for you this week is, name one thing in your closet you will not part with, no matter if it fits or not. Just one thing. I would love for you to share. You can post it on social media, or you can actually send me a voicemail message on this platform. So please do so. So before we start our conversation, a statistic. We wear 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. The rest just hangs there. I know you've heard me say that before, but sometimes we need to hear it again. Even I need to hear it again. We wear 20% of our clothes 80% of the time, which is why Dalys Macon is the owner of Divine Order, LLC, based in Maryland and serving the Washington, D.C. metro area. Dalys was born and raised in the Republic of Panama, but has lived in the United States all her adult life. She is the queen of the castle to her husband of 25 years and two young adult sons. Air Force veteran, she's a breast cancer survivor, IT project manager, and she's also the creator of Black Girls Who Organize, and they are all a part of her resume. She is blessed with creative parents who encourage artistic freedom at home, planting a gift that developed in a way that Dalys now knows is not natural to many. It was the beginning of her love for stylish clothing and beautiful spaces. After 25 plus years organizing for friends and family, she finally leaped and launched Divine Order in 2018. And she also, in Black Girls Who Organize, was established in 2020, and to date has 100 plus ladies that have been spotlighted. So now sit back and enjoy my conversation with Dalys. Well, listeners, I'm excited because I have a fellow professional organizer joining me today, Dalys Macon of Divine Order, LLC.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about one thing that a lot of us are dreading because, it is fall, it is those clothes, it is their closet. So Dalys, welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here with Janet, the organizer. And I put emphasis on the.
Thank you so much. So before we get started in tips and strategies, what made you decide to become a professional organizer?
So I've always been organized. Even as a teenager, I was that teen whose clothes was always aligned. My bed was always made. My room was immaculate. So I've always organized. Add to that, I've always had an interest in style and fashion. So my friends always relied on me heavily for organizing. So I was always fascinated when I would go to the library. I would look for organizing related books. And this is back early 2000 when I found Julie Morgenstern organizing from the inside out. And I became fascinated that it was actually a thing that you could actually build a career there. I took a class back then with NAPO in 2005. But my boys were very young and I was just very, I withdrew from being able to run the business and do my full-time job and be a mom. So I kind of put it on the back burner. Fast forward about 10 years in, I was still always being called upon from friends and family, which is the case for many, how to organize this. Can you help me with my closet? And one of my girlfriends, Ilka V. Chavez, who's an author and wonderful lady, actually hired me to come in and help her organize her closet. She was like, nope, I don't want you doing this as a friend. I really want you to do this. So I did it, loved it, and the rest is history. I kind of decided, okay, I can see myself doing this. So as I looked at what is the one thing that I have not done was owning a business. And I knew it had to be related to organizing or styling. And I've kind of married both. So here I am today.
So now that you are here today, you can help the listeners. So because you have both, like the styling, but also the organizing, what are some of the things that we do each and every season that maybe when it comes to the closet organizing, we just need to kind of stop doing? And especially now, Dallas, because I mean, even I had to realize I'm not the same size I was a few years ago. So what are some things that we really like doing? It's like, look, when you're organizing your closet, don't do it anymore.
Yeah, look, most of us have the COVID-20, right? So most of us are not the size from a year ago. But one of the things, the main things I tell people, stop holding on to the just in case. And every season I do a thorough, ruthless decluttering, even in my own closet, of all the things that I held on to for that season. So now is the time before you go into the fall to purge the items from the summer that you held on to. And I know circumstances are different because we're not involved in as many activities, but you have to take a realistic look at what you're holding to, the just in case. And I give a quick example. For me is I used to commute to the office. I used to go into the office. I've been telecommuting for 5 years. So the need to have 20 suits for me no longer exists, maybe 5 for special events or special meetings. So now is the time to take a really hard look at your current season before you enter the new season and get rid of the just in case. The second thing is, as you're moving forward, is to take a quick look at the activities that you're involved in. If, again, the activities that you're involved in now are very casual, like I do a lot of workout or a lot of exercising now that I'm home. And when I go out, it's a more casual environment and a more dressy environment. So take a look at ensuring that once you list the activities that are current for you right now, not what you think you might be doing or what you have done, what is current for you right now, that the clothes in your closet really represent those activities. And then it's easier to edit based on your current activities. And then the last thing I would say is to continue to have different areas within your closet for that season. It becomes overwhelming when you're looking at a full closet that has everything in there, or it's not at least push. What I do, even if your closet can accommodate everything, have a separate section for the summer stuff, or have a separate section for the fall stuff. It takes out the overwhelming feeling of, I don't know what to wear, because you're looking at about 50 pieces of clothing when reality may be that only 10, 15, or 20 of those items can actually be worn now based on the season you're in. So those are my top 3 tips when transitioning from season to season.
Wow. And it's interesting about the just in case. I mean, we've all had the just in case. And I was even sharing with somebody, yes, I have a just in case. Just in case I get, that invitation to a ball, and not that, we're going to go to any, black tie events anytime soon, but just in case. So are there any tips or strategies that we can use in regards to just the plain organizing? Like, is there any types of hangers? Because I know some people, they tend to get caught up in all the little accessories, like the slim hangers and this, that, and the other. So are there any go-to things that you really think that people should have for their closets?
Now, I do like the slim hangers because it does accommodate a lot more. And every little bit counts when you are a lover of clothing, right? But I also am big on containerizing stuff, hat boxes, those nice decorative storage cloth bins. I am big on doing that because it eliminates baskets. it eliminates a lot of the visual clutter when you can containerize stuff. Like, I love purses and wallets. Some people only use one wallet and they wear it till it's falling apart. I like to switch my wallets out. But just by me I use a plain acrylic bin that you would use in a refrigerator or somewhere else. I have one just for wallets. And of course, that also sets boundaries and limits on what you can contain. So if you've determined that this box right here will hold all my scarves, once that box is full, that means you can't enter anything else that comes in. Something has to go. It allows you to set limitations on what you're acquiring. And the last thing is big on labeling. When you label stuff, it seems very elementary, but it makes it easy for you to be able to return things to its proper home. When you have it labeled, then it's containerized, it's labeled, and it takes out the again, decision fatigue as to where to put things. Mm-hmm. So that's my tips.
And then this is one question I have in regards to that styling side of your brain. So when it comes to the closet, do you feel that organizing them by color is helpful, or is there another method that you feel works better?
Absolutely. First of all, organize your closet by like items. Grouping like items together, whether it's hanging, whether it's in a bin, whether it's in a basket. Again, if you're looking for a jacket, it's so much easier to go to a section specific for jackets than to try to maneuver between dresses and pants to find that jacket. And then, yes, whether you do it based on the rainbow version or light to dark, whatever version you choose, color definitely, because I tell you, I focus on color with my clients. And the reason is when you're going through that purge process, when you group all the light colors together, then it's easier to see that you have 10 little black dresses, right? And if you've determined that your closet can really only accommodate 5 of those dresses, then the focus is on choosing your top 5 favorite, and it makes it much easier to let go of the other 5. And the main thing is to focus on what you get to keep rather than what you get let go. If you focus on, I'm getting to keep my absolute favorites and what looks good and what I wear well and what's comfortable, then it makes it a little less painless. It's less painful, to let go of those that you really don't have the room for and you probably really are not wearing. So absolutely, first, I recommend organizing by category and then followed by grouping like colors together.
Okay. I'm enjoying this conversation with you, Dalys, because an incident happened with me. I, was getting ready to go somewhere. I already had my suit picked out. It was a cute little pink summer suit. I tried it on. It was like, okay, the COVID hit me. I can't wear it. So I am going to donate it. And I was sharing it with someone and I was saying, I'm giving away at least 3 suits. And, it was interesting. They said, well, no, don't give them away, keep them. But I'm thinking, why? I can't fit them. I can't wear them. So it's interesting that sometimes even we take ourselves through that little mind game. It's like, oh, I'll fit into it later. But I'm thinking, I don't think so.
Yeah, sometimes I tell people if it's like if you're one size removed from it and you really actually still love it, and in instance like that, if a pink suit doesn't come by as often, it's not as easy to replace a pink suit as it would the black suit if you have room, I would give myself a time limit by which I will hold on to it. But again, if I'm not able to get into it within 3 months or by next season, or, I ask people to separate those items as a revisit and have a timeline and write it down and honor that timeline. And if at that time you never went back for it or it still doesn't fit, get rid of it. So.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you, Dalys. I think I will do that because it's a pink summer suit. And right now, I know most of the organizations I want to donate to are taking fall clothes. So I will do it. And it's only one little pink suit.
It's one item, right? Now, when you have 20 just in case, we have a problem.
Well, no. And then I was like, okay, Dalys, when are you coming to Philadelphia now?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go.
So with everything that you do in regards to working with clients, your wife, your mother, and you're working out in the home now, how do you stay organized, Dallas? What are some of the things you do to stay on top of everything?
So organizing is not a one and done. It's not a one and done activity. I tell people it's just like your car. You don't purchase a car and then just, get it serviced once. It's a routine. So you have to determine based on how much clothing you have, how often you do laundry. So all of those things impact because people don't take those things into consideration. If you live in more of a minimalist approach, right? And you've decided I only need 3 pairs of jeans. Well, obviously you will probably have to wash more frequently than somebody that may have 5 or 6 pairs. So that's one of the things, but again, having a home allows you to return things to its home, but at least weekly. I tell everyone, don't let it get beyond a week where you're doing a reset. And a reset means, because I'm an organizer, but I'm not perfect. And I have times when I'm so busy, I may not have time to place it back in its perspective, in its rightful place. However, every Sunday, that is just the day I choose. On Sunday at the start of the week, as I prepare for the week, anything that it was not returned to its home, I take the time to do it then. So it's routine maintenance. It's routine editing. I tell folks, at least go through your closet and assess what you have at least twice yearly. Spring, summer, fall, winter. I do it 4 times because my goal is to reduce the amount of things I have. And because I have more of a ruthless approach right now to reducing that stuff, I have to do it more frequently. At the beginning of the year, I involved my entire family and I decided that every month we were going to do a donation. One of the tips I always recommend to folks is schedule your donation pickup at your home in advance. And then that drives you to having the items ready because you know they're coming for pickup and you don't want them to come and you don't have anything available for them. So from January to May, I did monthly pickups and I would announce it to the family a week out that they were coming for a pickup and everyone would contribute and stuff. So it became more of an accountability even within our own home. So those are my recommendations, because otherwise I know not anyone that's listening here, but there are folks that will ride around with stuff in their trunk of their car to take to the Goodwill or to whatever donation location for months. So this avoids you having to look at it, and then it sometimes slowly creeps its way back into the home. So that's my recommendation.
I love that you designated something, give something away every single month, and you had them come to your home. See, that's the way to really kind of stay on top of things, stay organized, but also move things on to the next home. Well, Dalys, it has been a pleasure talking to you. How can listeners get in contact with you?
The pleasure's all mine. So I'm at Divine Order for You, and that's a number 4 in letter U, Divine Order for You. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, mostly on Instagram. I'm also the creator of Black Girls Who Organize, which is a network of other professional organizers, women of color. So those are the main platform for me. And you can go to my website, divineorderforyou.com. So that's it.
And of course, listeners, I will have a direct link to Dalys's website, but also to the other things she mentions as well, Black Girls Who Organize as well. So Dalys, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. The pleasure is all mine.
Like this show and want to make your own? Let me tell you about Anchor. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Now you can even add any song from Spotify directly to your episode. The possibilities are endless for what you can create, whether it's music analysis, your own radio show, or something the world's never heard before. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I know you got a lot of nuggets from my conversation with Dalys. I know I did. The pink pantsuit is going back into the closet. And if next year I can't wear it during the summer, I will definitely gladly donate it. So what was something that you learned? Please share. I would love to know. So now I'm going to transition into Taylor's tip time and talk about the organized closet. So the first thing is you definitely want to schedule a date when you're going to do this closet. And of course, number 2, place tentative date in your calendar to drop off whatever you're going to donate. Your clothes, your handbags, your shoes. Then you're going to go through your closet. Now, you don't necessarily have to tackle the whole closet at once. You can do your clothes, you can do your accessories, you can do your handbags. And then, of course, sometimes you may want to, number 4, call a friend to help you. As I shared with you, I had a friend who is a stylist help me go through my closet. Sometimes you need somebody to especially let go of those things that you haven't worn in 5, 10, 15 years and you keep thinking it's going to come back in style. And then number 5 is you want to treat yourself to maybe a new organizing product. After you've organized the closet, after you've donated items, maybe you want some slim hangers, maybe you want some hooks, or maybe some organizing containers. The reason I say treat yourself is because, as you know, 80% of the stuff we keep, we never wear, we never reference again. We wear 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. Once we begin to purge, then we will really get an idea of what we actually need. So that's why I decided to say, leave it at the end, treat yourself. So maybe you've been working on getting organized and feel that you need someone to guide you from start to finish by providing you with details needed to clear the clutter and get organized. Well, let's talk so I can share how you can get back on track and get organized with my virtual sessions. All you have to do is go to my contact page at www.janetmtaylor.com and you can schedule a free 15-minute session with me. Or maybe you're just overwhelmed because you're feeling like you're managing so much with work, your business, your life. Well, let me help you. And I work with clients so they can get things done without feeling stressed and burnt out. And they actually can create a life that they want and actually have time to do all the things that they want to do without that feeling of overwhelm. So there's a Strategize and Organize link on the show page. Click that for more details. Well, I definitely want to thank you so much for, of course, following me on social media, for your likes, your retweets, for your sharing. Please continue to share. And of course, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I am on Instagram, as well as Pinterest. And I have a Pinterest board for closet organizing. That's all it talks about is closet organizing. And, also, check out YouTube as well. So if, ladies, you're thinking of getting organized and you're just feeling so overwhelmed, join my Facebook group, Living Life Totally Organized. It's a community of women supporting each other on their journey to living life that is totally organized. It's free. Join the day. There's a link on the show page. There's one woman. She has truly been tackling clutter. Usually on Saturdays, she will post her before and then she will post her progress. And that's what it's about. Now, a lot of women, they post what they have challenges organizing, and I come on and I give them some strategies from, A to Z to get them started and just kind of encourage them throughout the projects. So check it out. My app suggestion for this week is called Cladwell. I was going to say Caldwell. Cladwell. And it helps you, for if you have a smaller wardrobe, but better style, a bigger life. So it really helps you kinds of coordinate all of those outfits that you already have existing and, give yourself a new look. My Amazon product suggestion for this week, as you know, I do have an Amazon shop, is the non-slip velvet hangers. those things are absolutely wonderful because it allows you to really hang more items into a smaller space. It helps you maximize that space. And then, of course, my repurpose suggestion for this week is go to my repurpose page and check out those denim and how people are just repurposing denim. I mean, they're making pocketbooks, they're covering this. Somebody covered a book. I remember we used to have book covers. That's dating me, but that's okay. So those are some of the ways. Or maybe you have a creative way of repurposing something that was in your closet to something new. Tag me in the post. And my book selection for this week is Shop Your Closet, the ultimate guide to organizing your closet with style. And it says, just when you feared your overstuffed eyesore of a closet was a lost cause, here's the antidote to all your closet woes. Closet expert and style maven Melanie is here to help you whip your closet into shape, refreshing your wardrobe and saving you time along the way. Again, Shop Your Closet, the ultimate guide to organizing your closet with style. And my quote for this week is, elegance is not standing out, but being remembered. Again, elegance is not standing out, but being remembered. Giorgio Armani. Well, I definitely want to thank you for listening, and be sure to share this podcast with your family, your friends, and on your social media network. And again, let me know you enjoyed listening to this podcast by leaving a review, and be sure to check out my website at www.janetmtaylor.com. And until next time, have a clutter-free day, but most of all, have an organized week. Organization is a quintessential element of a clutter-free life. Join me as we take this journey together. Along the way, we will find the necessary answers to your organizing dilemmas. My name is Janet M. Taylor, and you were listening to Got Clutter, Get Organized.